Hey guys, I'm going to continue reading today The Princess in Black and the Science Fair Scare. So when we left off on Monday, Tommy's science project had made a monster, remember? And let's see what happens in chapter 4. All right, chapter 4. It's a monster, somebody screamed. I'll go get help, said Princess Magnolia. She squeezed through the crowd. She scrunched under a table. When she came out the other side, she was no longer Princess Magnolia. She was the Princess in Black. She made sure her mask was on tight. After all, no one knew that prim and perfect Princess Magnolia was secretly the Princess in Black. I'm here to help, said Princess in Black. So am I, said another masked hero. The hero jumped free of the blanket fort. She tripped on a blanket, but she hopped back up again. Good to see you, Princess in Blankets, said the Princess in Black. This science fair needs heroes. Yes, I heard a monster took over Tommy Wigtower's project, said Princess in Blankets, and, I happened to be nearby. Get out of my volcano, Tommy yelled from a safe spot behind a table. No, said the goo monster. It growled, it grew, it growled and grew. The volcano can't erupt when you're in there, said the Princess in Black. Also, you're squished, said the Princess in Blankets. Find a bigger home. No, said the goo monster. Just then, the pressure from the baking soda and vinegar did erupt. It erupted the monster right out. Everybody screamed. Eat science fair, said the goo monster. You may not eat the science fair, said the Princess in Black. The goo monster tried anyway, but it only ate one thing, Princess Magnolia's poster. That's it, said the Princess in Black. So the goo monster and the Princess in Black waged battle. Volcano rumble, bucket bash, twinkle twinkle, little smash. The goo monster did not go back in the volcano. Chapter 5. The goo monster poured itself into Princess Snapdragon's bottle instead. Behave, beast, said the Princess in Black. That is Princess Snapdragon's bottle. Home now, said the goo monster. Princess Snapdragon tried to pull the monster out, but it stuck like the stickiest glue. That's not your home, said Princess Snapdragon. You don't fit in there. The goo monster had grown so big that it popped out of the bottle and dived into the mole habitat. Home now, said the goo monster. That's not your home, said Princess Honeysuckle. That's the mole's home. The moles and the goo monster couldn't all fit in there. The moles felt jammed. The moles felt crammed. The moles bit the goo monster. It yelped. It leaped out of the mole habitat. And dropped into Princess Orchid's bucket. Home now, said the goo monster. But I need that bucket for my project, said Princess Orchid. And a bucket isn't a very good place to live, said Princess Snapdragon. Besides, said Princess Honeysuckle, you don't fit. Fit, said the goo monster. Fit in. Chapter 6. The train was crowded. Princess Honeysuckle was squished. Princess Snapdragon was squashed. Someone stepped on Princess Orchid's toes. Home now, said the goo monster. Not yet, said the Princess in Black. There's not enough room here. It's a monster, someone said on the train. The people on one side jammed together. The people on the other side crammed together. Suddenly, there was plenty of room for the girls and the monster. Home now? Asked the goo monster. No, said the people on the train. The goo monster sighed. At last, the train arrived at Princess Magnolia's kingdom. The two heroes balanced the bucket on their shoulders. They carried the monster off the train. The people on the train sighed. Then the train sighed. It shuddered, and it rolled away. The goo monster pointed a blobby hand at Princess Magnolia's castle. Home? It said. "Nope, not there," said the Princess in Black. "Definitely not there." The goo monster started to climb out of the bucket. "Stay," said the Princess in Blankets. "We're almost to your new home." "We'd better hurry," said the Princess in Black. But the bucket was heavy. It was so heavy that the heroes could not carry it and run. "I can help," said Princess Snapdragon. She squished it with the heroes, but there wasn't room for 3 girls to hold one bucket. "I wish we had Princess Orchid's bucket-boosting teeter-totter," said the Princess Snapdragon. "Or some way to make carrying this bucket easier," said Princess Orchid. "If only we could all share the weight," said Princess Honeysuckle. "I have an idea," said Princess Orchid. "Princess in Blankets, do you have extra blankets?" "Great idea," said Princess Honeysuckle. "If we put the blanket under the bucket and we each hold on to the edge of the blanket," said Princess Orchid. Do you know what they're thinking? That's the end of that chapter. So I want you to think about what they're going to possibly do. And on Friday, we will finish this book. Thanks, guys.